reading vlog. I made a promise to myself. I said that I was going to read thriller books, mystery book in the beginning of the year. You know, new year, new me. Not really, but still. But this is what we're doing. I am reading thriller books for this whole entire week. This is my little collection of thriller books. At the moment, I do not have a lot. I only have, I think, 7. So it's small. It's a good number to start with, right? But this is what we're doing this week. We have Pretty Girls, The Housemaid, I Feed Her to the Beast and the Beast is Me, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Before We Were Innocent, Good Girl Bad Blood, and we also have The Silent Patient, which I've had for the longest time, so I definitely want to read it in this video. All of them sound so good, but I think I'm going to start with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder because this is YA and it's my first time kind of like reading thriller books. Like, you know, I just want something light. I want something that's not going to be too dark. This is why I'm like choosing this. I don't know how dark it could be. I mean, it's YA, like it's not going to be too dark, too frightening. I don't think so, right? Right? You think this is also a good book for me to start with, don't you think? Yeah, definitely, yeah, me too. This is what we're going to start our little thriller journey mystery with. Let's start A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and then at the end of the week we'll just kind of like mood read because I really don't know which one to read after this one. I've been a little detective for like 2 days ever since I've been reading this book. I've been a little detective and everybody, like I will be a horrible detective. Do you know why? Because everyone that gives an interview of this book, I'm like, you're suspicious, he's suspicious, everybody's suspicious. I'm Oprah in this bit. I'm giving everybody suspicious tickets because I can't help it. But I really like it. This is really good. It's exactly what I wanted, like something that's not too terrifying, something that wouldn't scare me. You know, I was like, I want something nice, easy, slow, and that's exactly what this is. But Good Girl's Guide to Murder is about this popular girl, Isabel. She is the it girl in high school. She was popular, she's beautiful, she's this. But 5 years ago, she actually gone missing and ended up being unalive. And everybody, the whole police, everything point to her boyfriend 𝐤, who everyone believes that killed her. Then later sent a test to his family and then unalive himself. This has been the rumor for 5 years. This has been the truth of everyone in this town for 5 years. 5 years later, Pitt, she is now a senior. You know how in high school you have this whole project, like in your senior year you have this final project you have to do, and she too heard the rumor that 𝐤 is the reason that Isabel is dead, like because he killed her, all of this. But she doesn't really believe that he did it. No, she's like, no, he was too nice. He was nice to me when I was younger. He was this, not that nice people cannot kill people, but she was just like, I just refuse to believe that he did it. So for her final last senior project, she decided to re-examine the case. She decided to reopen the case just to like put doubts in the like officer or whatever, the people in town. You know, it was just like, yeah, like as a final project, was going or whatever. Like, who's gonna believe a high schooler anyways? And then the truth started unraveling. The whole book, she has a whole list of people who she thinks she did it. I had a list of my own. I had a whole list in my phone. I was just like, this is who I think surely did it. And I have been proven wrong. I have been proven wrong because this is what we have left. This is what we have left. And like, there's a person who at first I was just like, I think he probably did it because there was a little clue. There was a lot of clues in the beginning, and I'm just like, I don't think it's gonna be that easy actually. Like if I'm actually already thinking he for sure did it, I am wrong. But the person at the top of my list, bold letter, that was extremely bold, is innocent. But he's also still a shady person. Please forgive my language, but like, person, this guy, oh my lord, do I hate him. And also this girl, I can't tell you who, because I'm going to recommend this book to you. Like, I'm not even done. I'm just like, yeah, this is good. This is actually good. It's what I wanted. I wanted something easy, slow going, nice, but still mysterious. The whole book, I was thinking, what if she's not dead? Because there were things like, honestly, there were so many things that just kept happening, and I'm just like, I don't think this girl is dead. Like, what if she's actually not dead and she just pretended? What if she started as a joke and being that like 𝐤 ended up dead and she's like, well, might as well just stay dead because like, when am I gonna come? Like, yeah, this was actually a joke. I'm like, what if she's alive and something happened previously that makes me believe that I might be right? I'm pretty sure I'm wrong because I've been wrong this whole time. Like, I've been wrong every time I think that something is right. I'm like, oh no, I'm wrong. Okay, well, that's good. And yeah, that's what's happening. I'm in chapter 44 and we want to find out who did it. for this girl. I am so scared. Don't go in. Please stop. This girl went in. She went in. Oh my God. I knew it. Did I tell you I knew it? I knew it. I knew it. What did I know? You don't know until you read this book. I have no words. I am about to cry. This girl is always walking in the places where it should be clear that she should not step her feet in. But yet, like, so far it's been working out well for her. But like, should she go in? No, no. But is she going in? Thanks, she says as she walks in. Why? Well, this is going to be my first 5-star of 2024. Yeah, this is going to be it. I am in shock of the ending. I am in awe of how much I enjoyed this and how much I loved it and how much I'm excited to read it again. I have no words, basically. Honestly, I truly do not have words. The whole time I was reading this, I kept guessing. It kept you guessing. Every guess I had, I was writing it. Everybody that I thought that was the guilty, I just wrote it in my notes. I was like, okay, I think this person did it. And I think this person did it. Oh, that's for sure. 100% sure it was that person. For sure. I know it was him. It had to be him. And then I was proven wrong. And then I was just like, oh my God, like what on earth? What's going on? And the one person I had in my mind, I was just like, maybe it was him. Like, what if? I didn't really believe it was him because of a story that he had. And I'm just like, okay, well, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. So it cannot be him. And so the whole time I'm just thinking, like, who could it be? And then I'm like, I don't think we even met the person that did it. I don't think we've met him yet. Up until the ending. The ending, when you find out everything, there's a big twist and you're just thinking, nah, this can't be. No, are you sure? Are you serious? And you're just sitting there like, no one could have prepared me for that. Absolutely, completely no one. And you think, okay, perfect, this is it, this is great. And then you realize, well, this is a whole trilogy. Like, what's the second book is about? What's the second book is about? Because this is a trilogy and the second book is called Good Girl Bad Blood. And I'm sitting there like, well, this is the end of it. So what could be happening in Good Girl Bad Blood? This deserved the 5-star because I want to read it again. Like, immediately want to read it again. Highly recommended. It wasn't scary. Like, thank God it wasn't scary. It wasn't terrifying. It wasn't anything that had me like, I'm not reading this. But the second one that I'm going to read, I think might be a little bit scary. Like, I'm going to read The Silent Patient. Alicia. Life is similarly perfect until one night when her husband Gabriel returns home late from work and Alicia shoots him 5 times in the face and never speak a word again. Why did she shoot him? Did he cheat? The fact that my mind just went there, like, he cheated, but don't. My mind was like, he cheated, you know, he cheated. That it's a burden of a woman. I don't know why I thought of that. My apologies. But yeah, that's what we're going to find out, why she shot him and just never speak again. This story, it's decent, it's all right. I'm not enjoying it, but I'm not loving it either. It's just okay. This is about Alicia who shots her husband and never said a word again. So we're just following her story, or like I should say we're following her story but through her therapist lens. But at the same time we're also getting the therapist's storyline, like his life and everything also. And then I think that's the like slow part of it, because I really thought we were just gonna get Alicia's story, like every single thing was just going to be about Alicia. So I'm just like, why are we learning about this therapist? Like, why are we learning about Theo? That's his name, the narrator that's telling us the story. His name is Theo. I don't like Theo. I'm not enjoying this. I'm quite shocked because I've heard so many great things about this book, and I was just like, oh, like this is probably going to be really scary, this is going to be perfect and whatever and whatnot. And so far I'm just like, oh, that's it. Okay, I thought it was going to be my trick on me, but it's not. It's really not. It just, I don't know what to say. It's just it's all right. Like, I think it's because we getting so much about Theo's life, like we getting a lot information about him, which then is making me think like, well, maybe like if we're learning all of this about him, maybe I should pay attention. But I'm like, but I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, why did she shout her husband? Or did she really shoot him? You know, like who did it? Like, so much so I'm like, Theo maybe did it. Maybe Theo did it. Because why are we learning about this guy? You know? But, and, all right. Like, but the Theo's life, it's slowly falling apart. I think his wife is having an affair. But in part 3, something crucial happened. Alicia did give him her diary that she kept, and throughout the books we'll get little like entries from Alicia's diary, and just to know like what was going on in her mind and how she felt and all of that. But part 3 was just her like journal, her diary, and we learned that she was being stalked. We learned that she was being stalked. There was this man always following her. We're going in part 4 and we're going to find out who was following her, because the last page says he's inside the house. So the stalker that was stalking her, that the husband didn't believe was real, is now inside of the house. Let me gather my thoughts. I want to gather my thoughts. Hold on. Pause. I don't. Give me a minute. Okay. Give me a minute. Well, I was right and I was wrong. I was right about Theo being a weirdo, and I was wrong about, I don't think I can say what I was wrong about because I feel like it would spoil it just in case you want to read it. I don't want to be rude because I feel like Alex, you know, as any author, puts a lot of like hard work into this book. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. I didn't care for it. I feel like the bar was like set too high, being that I read Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and then the twist and everything that happened, I just had me shocked, and I was waiting. Like, I don't know, when I picked that up, because of the hype that it has on TikTok, and because so many people loved it, and because so many people were just like talking about the twist, I just assumed it was going to be mind blown and just crazy. And then like when the twist happened, I was just like, oh okay. I didn't care. I don't want to be rude because I know a lot of people love this book. It's so popular in Book Talk, and yeah, I know a lot of people love this book. It just wasn't for me. That's it. If I look swollen, that's because I went to the dentist. I'm going through it. You know, I'm going through it right now. But I've been reading Pretty Girls for like 3 days, I think. I'm DNFing this. I cannot stomach it. It is dark. It is incredibly dark, and I don't think I can take it. And every time I think it's not gonna get darker, it does. It does. I can't read what's happening in this book for pleasure, because though it's fiction, it happens in real life, and I'm just like, no, oh my god, like, it's a great story. I want to know the ending of it because I have my own little theory going on in my head, but I'm just like, if I have to read again about a little girl being taken and unalive, and I don't think I can breathe. But Pretty Girl is about Claire and Linda, and Claire and her husband has been married for 18 years, and one night they were celebrating something. They went into this alley because husband and wife, they were doing things, right? And then they got robbed, and Paul, the husband, ended up being unalive by the person. And now she's going through it, you know, like your husband of 18 years, your best friend, everything. is just now dead. Like, so she's gone through it. After everything, she had to send something to his coworker, so she's on Paul's computer looking for things, and then she ended up seeing something, some videos about some girls, females, being taken and out of life and assaulted on her husband computer, her husband of 18 years computer. And then she's like, oh, what on earth is that? But her first thought was like, oh, maybe he like this was an error, like, because this cannot be a thing, because that's my husband of 18 years. He's not into this. He doesn't even like certain things. Like, no, like, he doesn't even beg me for certain things. Like, he's not into this. I think this is like fake or something. But she kept going through his stuff and more videos. There's like folders of girls that was on the news for being taken and missing, on this man's computer, being unalive and assaulted. Like, the author does a great job explaining what's being done to these girls, and that's why I just like, I've cried a lot. I'm sorry, I've cried a lot reading this book, and I'm not even like deep into it, and I'm just like like, I was telling my husband, and he was just like, that doesn't even sound good. Like, why are you reading this? I'm like, I can't read it. I even bought the audiobook because I'm just like, well, maybe I can listen to it like a crime podcast. We also have Linda. Linda is Claire's sister, but they haven't talked for a long time because Linda was an addict. She lies a lot, but they stopped talking because Paul, the dead husband, tried to assault Linda, and then Claire, nobody believed her. So now Claire brought the evidence to the police, like, hey, like, I feel like I should tell someone that. And the police was just like, no, this is fake. Like, don't believe that. This is fake. This is fake. Like, immediately I was like, they in it. They in it. That's why I want to read it, because I'm just like, my theory right now is like, nobody is to be trusted. No one is to be trusted, because like, how are you sitting there and think this is fake? You don't have to think about it, because the police are so suspicious, and I just want to know what happened. But I physically cannot, because now her and like Claire and Linda are like basically working together because they're trying to figure out this whole thing out, and they're finding more like videos and things of these girls, these young girls, these little girls being taken. And so, like, I can't do it. No. Like, if you like crime like podcasts where it's, then this is for you. If you have a weak stomach like I do, this is not for you. This is not for me. I want to read a happy fluffy book. I don't know why. I'm gonna give this away. I don't want to do it. We also have Claire's father journal entry, because the older sister of Claire and like Linda was taken like years ago, and like every couple of chapters we will have the father's journal entry talking to his older like daughter, and every single time I read that, tears. I am crying. I am in bed like yesterday after my dentist, I was just in bed like listening to it, and at the point I was like, I don't know if I'm crying because of the pain or the book. Probably the book, because I just couldn't handle it. I was just like, this hurts. What's worse for me reading this book is the fact that I'm a visual reader, so every single time things are being explained of what's happening to the girls, I'm just picturing everything. Like, it plays in my head like a freaking movie. Like, I'm actually in the room and I'm just looking at everything. I was like, I can't handle that. But that is where I'm gonna stop, because I'm gonna read a very happy fluffy book. I don't know what yet, but I'm gonna read a very happy fluffy book after this. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. I am traumatized. Please stay blessed. God bless you. Bye.